welcome back. Up to this point, we've explored lists, tuples, and dictionaries, each with their own unique features. In this lesson, we'll look at another useful data structure in Python, and that is sets. Sets are designed to store unique items and are perfect for situations where duplicates don't make sense, alright? So let's say you are managing an invitation for a party. If someone's name is already on the guest list, you wouldn't want to write the name again. So a set works in the same way. It automatically removes duplicates and ensures every item in that set is unique, right? So what is a set? A set is a collection of unique, unordered items, unlike lists or tuples or dictionaries. Sets don't store items in a specific order and they automatically undo duplicates for you. So if you want to create a set, let's copy what we used in our last example and then we can paste it here so that we can say working with dictionaries. All right, so we're going to have a Python code here. Okay, so I'm going to paste that. Right now, let's start working with sets. Okay, so we can close this. All right, so to create set, you can create an empty set. Let's call this empty or set. Okay, so to create an empty set, you use the set constructor function and then you invoke it. All right, so if you print this now, empty set. Okay, so now you have an empty set. This is how you create an empty set. Okay, but if you want to create a set with items in it, okay, so you use curly braces just like a dictionary. So what can we call this? Let's say we want to create a set of fruits. Okay, so we're going to have fruits. All right, so we're going to have curly braces just like a dictionary, but the difference with the creation of set from a dictionary is that you don't have key value, you just have items. So let's say in this fruit set now we want to have apple. Okay, so we want to have let's say banana. I think banana and apple is our favorite in this lessons, and then we also want to have cherry. So this is the difference from set creation and dictionary. You know, with a dictionary, you are going to have key and then you are going to have a value separated by a colon. So, but in set, you just have a list of items. Now let's print our fruits, and we can also print the type of fruit so that we can see the data type. So we have type, right? So we have fruit. So if I run this now, so we have cherry, apple, banana, and then you can see the data type to be set. Okay, now let's try to duplicate the items in a set, and then you are going to see the key feature of a set in action. Okay, let's say we want to create another apple fruit in a set. If I run this now, so you can see that the duplicate apple has been removed. The duplicate of apple has been removed. Okay, so in a set, you are only allowed to have unique items. If duplicates items are present in the set, it will automatically get rid of the duplicates, and then you are going to have unique items in the set. You can also create a set from a list. Let's say we have a list of fruits. We can get a list of fruits from our previous examples. I think we used one. Okay, so this is a list of ingredients. We can create a set from this list. Okay, so let's say we have a list of ingredients. Okay, so let's paste that. From this ingredient, we can create a set. So to do that, we're going to have set constructor function. Then we are going to pass ingredients to it. So it's going to create a set from that ingredient. But perhaps you have duplicate items in your list. Okay, so let's say you have duplicate items in your list. Okay, it's going to get rid of the duplicate. Now let's print ingredients. Okay, no, let's just print this directly. Okay, rather than assigning it to a variable, you can as well print it straight away. Okay, so I'm going to have this print supposed to be outside. Okay, let me comment these two out. Okay, so if we run this now, I'm going to see that we have are set to be salt, flour, sugar, and pepper. Okay, so the duplicate of pepper and flour has been gotten rid of. Just like list, you can also add items to a set. To add items to a set, you use the add method. Okay, so now we have, let me comment this out. We have fruit set now. To add items to this fruit sets, we can use the add method. So we have dot add. So what should we add? We can add mango to our set. Okay, if I print fruits now, Control F5, all right, so you can see that we have mango now in our set. And just like I said, the order of items in a set is not guaranteed, unlike dictionary, unlike list, unlike tuple. The order of items in a set is not guaranteed. Okay, so let me run this again and see the order we have. Currently, we have mango, apple, banana, and cherry. Okay, if we run this now you see we have cherry, we have mango, banana, and apple. If I run this again, what do we have? Okay, we have cherry, apple, mango, and banana. So the order is not guaranteed. Now we have banana, cherry, mango, and apple. So you take note of that. All right. We can also add multiple items to a set. Just like here, we use the add method to add a single item. So to add multiple items, we use the update method. Okay. So let's say we have fruits.update. Okay. So you can see now, as soon as I press dot, all these properties that are available, all these methods are available on the set. You can see it is actually not possible for us to cover all of these methods and properties. So the more you go with Python, the more you know most of the functions of these methods. All right. So let's use the update method. So with this update method, we can add multiple items to a set. So let's say we want to add, or we can add grape. All right. What other fruits can we add to our fruit set? Okay, let's also add orange. All right, so let's print this now. You can see that both grape and orange, this is grape, this is orange. Okay, so you can see that both of them has been added. Okay, so you use the add method to add a single item, and then you use the update method to add multiple elements to a set. Okay, so update the set, adding elements from all others. If you hover over the add method, now you're going to see it had an element to a set. This has no effect if the element is already present. Okay, just a typical set. It doesn't allow for duplication of items. There is another key feature for you to take note of when you are dealing with sets. Okay, and that is the items in a set must be immutable. Items like numbers, like strings, like tuples. Those are the items that can be stored in a set. This does not mean that set itself is immutable. Set is actually mutable, as you've already seen. We can add, we can update, okay? Set itself is mutable, but the items that must be stored in it must be immutable, like string, like numbers, like tuples. Items that are mutable, like lists or dictionaries, cannot be stored in a set, okay? So let's have an example of that. Let's say we have a set with the name of mixed set, okay? So let's say we have mixed set, which is curly braces. Let's say we have a string of, let's say, hello, right? And then we have another item, let's say it is 42. Okay, so you can store number, you can as well store tuple. Okay, let's say we have a tuple of 1 and 2, but you cannot store a list because list is mutable. Let's print mixed set now. Let me comment fruits out. Then on this, you see this is actually permissible, but we cannot have a list. Let's change this to a list and see what we have. Okay. So you can see now we have unhashable data type in our set. So set does not allow for that. All right. So you should take note of these features. To remove an item from a set, you use the remove method, just like when you are dealing with a list. Okay, so you use the remove method. Let's say we want to remove, or what should we remove from our fruit set? What do we have in fruit for now? What do we have? Let's run this. Okay, we have grape, orange, cherry, mango, and apples. Okay, so to remove something from a set, you use the remove method. So we use remove. All right, what should we remove? Let's remove orange. Okay, now if I run this, I'm going to see that orange is no more in our set. So use the remove method to remove items from a set. Mind you, if the items to be removed does not exist in that set, you will get a key error. Okay, So let's say we want to remove something that is not present. Okay, let's say we want to remove Toyosi from the set because Toyosi is actually not present. So you are going to have a key error. All right. To avoid this key error, in case what you want to remove is not present, you use the discard method. Unlike remove method, discard method does not raise an error if the item does not exist. So let's try to use discard now, right? Even though the item is not existing, it is not going to raise error for you. Okay, so I will see you in the next lesson.